It's Chypre. And the reason is, when I was like in my, I was about 16, and I was just like entranced by Hollywood glamour. And so I wanted a beautiful, fine fragrance. And a friend of mine, they were fancy compared to us. And I remember going to her house for the weekend, and it was around my birthday, and they had a little surprise party for me. And she gave me a bottle of one of the original Chypres. This was back like in the 70s. And I did research into it because it was really like started like in like 1917, and all the like Vivian Leigh and all these amazing women that graced the silver screen loved this fragrance, and it became my fragrance. And then my mom used to buy it for me, and I loved it. And I've kind of just gotten away from it. And then one day I was watching QVC, and I was watching you, and you had this on, and you are so funny. And I was like, oh my gosh, there it is from Floral Street, which, by the way, passion for clean beauty. I think that's why I've been put on this earth. It is so rare in beauty. This is clean.
And a fragrance.
And a fragrance. You do not see clean beauty in fragrance. And I was at another place to shop, which is kind of fancy, on their website. The 5-star reviews for this over and over and over again are amazing. And their price, come on, stay with us. We're losing this price at the end of the day. It's $72 normally at QVC. Our featured price is $66. It's a lot more elsewhere. And this is the fragrance I love. One of the elements in it is patchouli. And you have to watch this great old movie called Leave Her to Heaven, because it's a kind of a mystery, but the woman's nickname is Patchouli.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, oh my gosh. I mean, it's just like, this is the most transportive.
You're such an old soul.
I am an old soul. I am. And let's bring in Michelle Feeney, because when you meet Michelle, she is amazing. She has truly like nurtured brands for 30 years. And Floral Street is named after a very famous place in London where you would go and gather all your flowers. But I'm telling you, Michelle, I am just a sucker for this fragrance. But there are different versions, and people have different ways that they create their Chypre, and like, you do it better than anybody. So welcome in. And Sean and I were going to arm wrestle over who was leading this one, because we both love it.
I love it too. Yeah, it's great.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi, honey.
Hi there, how are you? I'm in New York tonight, so in the hotel room, so excuse me.
That's okay.
But you know what? If you want to own the room, this is your fragrance. This truly is. Chypre is a very expensive. It's packed full of wonderful ingredients, damask rose, patchouli that you called out. They're all incredible ingredients. And, you know, my 18-year-old daughter, it's a favorite fragrance. My 81-year-old mother, me in between that. You know, if you want to own the room this Mother's Day, this is the fragrance for you.
I agree. I mean, Michelle, I say it, I'm not a fragrance person. I'm really not. And I fell in love with this when I was 16, and I'm 61. And I've just like, and there are different versions of it, but you do it better than everybody. And the fact that it is clean beauty and fragrance, the packaging is the coolest ever. This is how it is sent to you. But Sean, I know you have a story about this fragrance as well.
Well, Michelle. So first of all, I love Michelle, and I love her Floral Street fragrances, because it's a very bespoke kind of artisanal brand of fragrance, and she's right there in Covent Garden.
Oh, by the way, so sorry. Totally rudely interrupting. Sold out the last time it was on the air completely.
Yes.
We can never keep this in stock. Like, you have to get it. You have to try it. When the grumpy, I'm like the grumpy of the 7 that follow Snow White around, say, like, you have to try this. This is beyond. It is. And it sells out every time it's on the air. Okay,
yes,
take it away.
Vanessa Herring gave me a little sample to try one day, because I smelled her. Her dressing room is 2 doors down from me, and we are mutual hosts. And I took it home, and I fell in love with it. So then I'm like, I have to, first of all, I thought it was called Chypre. Okay. I have no idea to this day what Chypre is. You're talking about loving it.
It is the French word for the island of Cyprus, where a lot of this was grown.
So it's, okay, so in a second, Michelle, will you explain that a little bit more in terms of, because is your Chypre different from like Jane discovering the Chypre that she loved in the 70s? But all I know is when I tried to buy a full size of this on QVC.com, it wasn't available.
No.
And so I emailed the buyer, and I'm like, why isn't the full assortment from Floral Street available on QVC.com? Because I'm not paying full price at somebody else's store.
Where it's all
I get a discount here. I mean, come on. Anyway, so it took like 2 months, but they finally said it's loaded on QVC.com. And I took this to Turks and Caicos. I was just wearing it the other day, and someone was like, you smell so good. It's amazing.
So good.
But anyway, Chypre, so that means Cyprus, the island of Cyprus. But is Chypre a blend of stuff, or what?
Yes, it's a blend of woody ingredients with some rose in there as well. So it's a set of ingredients. And it was made famous in the 30s, as pointed out. But this is award-winning and clean. And I just must inform everyone, clean doesn't have to be boring, or it doesn't mean you're leaving the bad things out, but you're packing it full of the good things.
You really
so
are.
You're getting damask rose in this, incense, patchouli. It's got some geranium in there. It's absolutely packed, and this is award winning. And I'm so happy that you guys love it. It's an incredible fragrance.
It really is. And like, it was almost like something, a gem and a jewel that I forgot about until I watched you. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm getting this. And it sells out every single time it's on the air. And once again, we've had 600 ordered. We don't have a whole lot left. I read a little bit about Chypre because I wanted to like re-immerse myself, Michelle and Sean, in this fragrance. And it said like, it really set like the course of modern fragrance back like in the 20s. And it was just like, and it's so modern and fresh, and might I say sexy and fabulous today.
But see, it's funny, you guys, because I'm a November baby, and I love musky, woodsy. I don't like floral fragrances at all, right? And so I do find in the world of fragrance, yes, it's hard to find clean with not a ton of alcohol concentration and like ridiculously high potent scent. But then also it's hard to find a scent that a floral fragrance lover would love and a woodsy musky would love.
Yeah.
And this is, it's neither and both. It's so amazing. Like, it really is like one of my top 2 go-to fragrances right now, hands down, no doubt.
Yeah. And Michelle, you approach fragrance in such a beautiful way. You are an artist that, takes all these notes and puts them into a symphony, because there is not just one Chypre. You can look it up. There's different ways of doing it, but nobody does it like Michelle in clean beauty, and a fragrance that we cannot keep in stock. It sells out every time. And Michelle, here we go again. We started with 1,800, 650 left, 400 people on the line.
We had to make more after the last show, so this is like, we've sped up our production on this one. But it is an expensive, beautiful, captivating,
non-breakable,
captivating fragrance. And whether you're, in the Turks and Caicos, or whether you're at your Mother's Day sort of luncheon, you're going to own the space, and people will follow you and ask you what you're wearing.
Yeah, I mean, it is. And it's just such a reinvention of a classic that only Michelle does. And Michelle, that's what you do. Like, you truly create these notes. I keep bringing it back to music because I have a lot of musicians in the family that when you think about the notes that you put into this, like it's joyous, but then it's like grounded, and oh, it's so good.
I've created all of the Floral Street fragrances to make you feel the best you can feel and to fit your mood and what you're feeling. And these are Eau de Parfum. They are the highest quality. And I really feel that delivering it on QVC means that you can feel expensive when you walk in that room.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we only have 500 left.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Unless we're crazy, this should totally get there in time for Mother's Day.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right? So like,
because we said that about New Face.
Okay,
so yeah,
fine.
use your credit card, shop for Mother's Day. I mean,
it's so
good.
It's so good.
It is just yummy, and it's vegan, and it's cruelty-free, and it's clean beauty, which is all of that very, very rare in fragrance. And Women's Wear Daily bragged about this beautiful Michelle and said, one of the most powerful beauty brands, not fragrance brands, beauty brands, just launched almost 5 years ago in the UK. Go to other websites, don't buy it there. You'll see how much this bottle is at that other website. Yes, $89. But there are so many 5-star reviews that I was reading through the other day. We got it back in. We have it at a featured price of $66. We only have 200 left. And the other thing I love that you do, Michelle, from the first time you came to QVC, how you you gaze through the fragrance at the flower behind it. So we kind of alluded it as a symphony, but it's also a work of art.
This is a work of art. And the packaging, obviously it's sustainable, but this is a great gift. You just put a bow on that and bring it to your whoever you want to gift it to. There's nobody that isn't going to like this.
No,
This
it's
is
true.
an incredible fragrance, and it's award-winning globally now. We are award-winning, and the Q consumer is giving it that great review because it is
And guess
an
what, Michelle?
incredible fragrance.
I don't know if you can see your monitor, but you sold out again.
I can.
Congratulations.
Well, lots of people are going to smell really good.
They really are.
Like
They
I
really
say.
are. Thanks, Michelle. Do you like
Oh, thank
old
you
movies?
so much,
I
guys.
love old
Okay,
movies.
leave her to heaven.